Let's get into the newspapers now. Topical stories making the headlines. We'll take a glance through them, but you can walk through any newspaper stand and grab a copy to get the details. Daily Guide newspaper says Galamsey Queen jailed 4.5 years or 4.5 years and fined 48,000 Ghana cedis. And this is in referral to Aisha Huang. Witchcraft wildlife bills violate constitution. This is the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, speaking. Great sector turnaround strategy will work. This is Brian Achampong, the Minister for Food and Agriculture. OSP declares 6 wanted. This is coming from the MPP's orphan constituencies primaries over the weekend, where some 6 persons openly displayed monies they had received, allegedly, from some aspirants or hopefuls in that particular election.
That was quite sad.
Yeah. The OSP has expressed its interest to investigate the matter and has declared these 6 persons wanted. So grab a copy of the Daily Guide newspaper and you get the details in there.
All right, so on the front page of the Chronicle, we have Educhum convinces Parliament to accept reporting date for SHS students. And obviously, there's a picture of Dr. Osei Yao Educhum, the Minister of Education, you know, chilling with the students. And I think he's drinking the tea that they were served. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad when we see some of these pictures because in this instance, when the minister is coming, it will be made to look good.
Yes.
Yesterday, if you were on Twitter, you would have seen a video going around, circulating, a viral video that says, or in there, we see 15 students on a table. I think was it kinky or I'm not sure what the staple was, but it was just one fish in the soup.
You see?
For the 15 to share.
Yeah, yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
And so when they are posting some of these pictures, really they should post the actual reality.
The reality.
And not the make-believe that is done when a minister is showing up at an event or something.
True.
It's just like when the president is visiting an area.
Yes.
Speedily you see construction
Everything
works going on.
Clean,
Everything will be
the
sorted.
road is clean, everywhere.
And so he doesn't even know the reality of the place he went to. And so how does he give instruction for the thing to be fixed? Show them the true picture so that when they go back to their offices, they can give instructions for the issue to be resolved.
Exactly.
But when he comes and you pretend and you fake it as if everything is fine, then there's no solution.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
It's sad when they do some of these things.
True. Okay, going on, we have lithium deal is very transparent, and that's by the Minerals Commission. And NHC reaffirms Nana Boama Arirepe II as Kwehu Nkwatia chief. And Goldfield sponsors awards for best farmers in catchment areas. And Sami Awuku takes over Ekriapim North constituency. And the Bible verse for the day is coming from Proverbs 25:15. By forbearance, a ruler may be persuaded, and a soft tongue breaks the bone.
Apt. Let's take you to the Finder newspaper. Front page says Ghana signs $50 million emission reduction payment agreement. Galamsey Kimping, Aisha Huang, jailed 4 years, 6 months. Agric, government adopting smart tech solutions to reduce challenges hindering sustainable, resilient food system. This is Dr. Brian Achampong, the sector minister, speaking. Orphan constituencies, President commends NPP for successful parliamentary primaries. SHS reopening date to restore pre-COVID-19 academic calendar, and this is attributed to the Minister for Education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. That's it for the Finder.
All right, and the front page of the Hawk. Minerals Commission dispel worries, set Thursday, December 7 to clarify lithium lease concerns. And also in the issue, CEOs ditch corporate post for politics. Staffers triumph, Okreku Mante Makubu face defeat. And Eclipse investor boosts entrepreneurs with 100K plus Ghana cedis. And 2023 Castle FM Asankamu Fest draws support for local cuisine. And lastly, we have Afrafanto dance unveiled. When we also have Mr. and Mrs. Butterfly doing the Afrafanto.
Alan Chermate is on the move.
And that's the butterfly,
road.
right?
Yeah, Afrafanto. That's the butterfly, yeah. All right, Daybreak newspaper says CJ fires a sexy judge over divorced woman. Looks like there's an analysis here. The most suitable partner for Bawumia comes with a picture of Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, Energy Minister, Akosua Frema Opare, Dr. John Ampuntia Kuma, a Deputy Minister of Finance. We'll see who will get the nod to become the running mates for Dr. Bawumia. Aduchum justifies reopening of schools for fresh SHS students, and then President explains inability to sign witchcraft bill. That's it for the Daybreak newspaper.
All right, on the front page of the Anchor, we have several bags of harvested rice left to rot. Over no buyers as farmers in Bulisa South cry for help. And analysis on suitable candidates to partner Dr. Bawumia as running mate. Over 130 Galamsey cases ongoing, as Deputy AG reveals, as Aisha Huang jailed. And Western Region Minister picks top tourism award. And that's all we have on the front page of the Anchor.
All right, let me take you to the Economic Times. Economic Times says BOG prepares to recapitalize. And another one from the BOG says BOG to clean up NBFIs. There's one more that says IPP's kick against tariff reduction, says it threatens DDEP efforts. And that's it for the Economic Times. Perhaps you still have one more?
Yes, I have one more. So my last paper here is The Punch, and on the front page of The Punch, devastating effects of bushfires shouldn't be taken for granted. And Akwesi Opong-Fosu is as clean as communion, and that's by Otumfo Banmuhini to JM. And Ashanti Regional NDC communicators schooled. Prioritize research before you go on air. Dr. Samuel Sapon to NDC's communicators. LGBTQI+ activist escapes lynching by angry youth. Wow. And you've been ungrateful to Ashantis for long. Eric Opoku fires NPP.
Well, a number of interesting stories there making the headlines in the various dailies this morning. I'll take you online quickly to the citynewsroom.com and bring you some stories that we've carried there. There's a picture of Labour consultant Austin Game here. It says 24-hour economy must be a prerequisite for electing next president. Yeah. 24-hour economy must be a prerequisite for electing next president.
But what do you think about the 24 hours?
Well, I mean, it's done elsewhere, and it just needs proper stakeholder consultations so that it can be fine-tuned and tailored to fit.
Proper planning and proper implementation.
Exactly.
Not just talking about it.
It's not a one-size-fits-all type of thing. Because it's done somewhere, it can be replicated elsewhere. The conditions under which it is done elsewhere may not be the same conditions prevalent here. You get it? So there should be proper and broader stakeholder consultation to fine-tune it and tailor it to suit our economy. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyways, this one says government won't relent until all persons engaged in Galamsey are prosecuted. That's the Deputy Attorney General speaking. UG senior staff and TEU threatened strike over unpaid market premiums. Government releases 20 million Ghana cedis to settle capitation grant arrears. EC to conduct assembly elections in Jasekan, Guan districts on December 19. Sanon Asogli makes U-turn on shutdown, suspends decision for 1 week. You know, yesterday, so Sanon Asogli is an independent power plant, right? Power producer. And yesterday, they issued a communication that said that they were shutting down their power plant with immediate effect. And this is like 560 megawatts plant. Over debts around somewhere in the region of about $60 million US. And it was quite interesting because within just about an hour, or even less, they issued another statement. So the initial one was a letter to the ECG telling them that they were shutting down the plant because the debts were too much. And then in less than an hour, they issue a communication that says that they are suspending the planned indefinite shutdown of the plant for 1 week. Because now they have assurances from the finance minister and the minister of state that they will be paid some 60 million US dollars in 2 tranches.
Wow.
And so they are expecting the first tranche somewhere this week, and then the second tranche in the week of 11th December. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it's funny and it's weird because after that communication came out, the lights went off in parts of the capital.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, seriously, the lights went off in parts of the
If
capital.
I read it and the light went off, I'll have anxiety. But you see, that's a good way, you know. That's a good way to actually get what you want. I like, you know, at the end of the day, they actually need money to, you know, keep on doing what they are doing. So yes, I think that's a very good way to get what you want. Not just talking, and by doing too. Yeah. So it's a good one for them.
Okay, we hope it continues and the IPPs are paid so the lights are kept on, because I mean, we are in that season.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
it's actually a very critical season.
Yeah. If the lights go off, it will be a bit problematic. Anyways, this is still the Breakfast Daily here on Citi TV. We have some sports news for you. We should be getting into that briefly. Stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. All right, let's bring you some quick news from the world of sports. And Ghana's Black Queens will be going into that WAFCON, that is the Women African Cup of Nations qualifiers. This one will take place in Pretoria against Namibia. And then, of course, the Queens are going in with an advantage over Namibia, having beaten them already. Mind you, the Queens haven't lost a game under their new coach, Nora Hutler. And so it looks good on the side of the Black Queens. Hopefully, they are able to qualify to the Women's AFCON, having lost out in the previous edition, which was held in Morocco. They failed to qualify for that particular one, and they are hoping to make a comeback or stay or show up or showing in this African Women's World Cup or African Cup, sorry. Which would also be hosted in Morocco next year. And so the Queens will be playing Namibia later today at 3 p.m. in Pretoria. All right, let's bring you some Premier League news. And title holders Manchester City have been charged by the English FA. And so it is clear that the English Football Association is bent on punishing football clubs when they fall foul of the football regulations. What we are not sure of is how FIFA will respond to some of these things. And of course, the impact some of these penalties or charges will have on the various football clubs. And so as it stands now, the English Football Association has charged English champions Manchester City. We'll be bringing you more details on that, and so you would want to stay with us on 97.3 Citi FM, the home of the Premier League when it comes to radio commentary, because Citi FM is the official EPL partner, broadcasting partner for radio commentary on live football. And so tune into 97.3 for all the details with respect to that charge by the English FA, or that sanction on Manchester City by the English FA. Well, that's it for the sports review here on Breakfast Daily.